So let me give you a few tips that you can use to build your gravitas. The first one is, when you enter a place and you feel so much tension, express something that signifies humor. If you're unable to do that, so like I told you about my boss, so you sugarcoat the strength. So you know you have the capacity, but the person is, you feel the person is stronger than you. I don't know whether you meet strong personality. You show humor, or you break them down with a smile, or you call their name, or you give them something of comfort. 4 different things. So the strength that they have, you do that. You are able to communicate. The second tip is, you signal their stature and status. And I think I've said it over and over again. That award you won, oh, that thing shows you who you are. Oh, wow, you people are great in this company. Find something to give them. And then you can share a story of why. Passion, you can share a story of why. This is all in the engagement. You see, so in the first 7 seconds, you can come up with anything. But for me, I like using that first part. First name, smile, something of comfort. Those are what you use to get in. It shows your confidence, it reflects confidence. So you share stories, you can share a story during your presentation. And then know your non-negotiables. When you are leaving the organization to go, you know what you are supposed to do and what you are not supposed to do. So when a client is pushing you to do something that goes against what you have been told to do, you have a way. But if you've demonstrated that gravitas with them, usually you have engaged them enough to say, oh, maybe I can't do that. But even in doing it, you are communicating it with that level of confidence. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you need to know your non-negotiables. Very, very key. So don't say that simply because. The exception with the males, a lot of times there must be more empathy. Your example is one of them. The male challenge is how to show more empathy sometimes. A lot of times you don't understand, why is this woman behaving like that? This client, but she too, she's a woman. As for women, dear, this is how they are. The second one for females is how to demonstrate that I'm even better. Because sometimes females in our culture are not seen as leaders. So it's the exceptions. And then the third one, which is very key, I'll be addressing it in the etiquette very soon. It's about the distinction between corporate versus culture. And let me give you a very standard one. I'll be teaching it during eye contact. But one of the things in our society is, for example, I grew up knowing that when you are growing up, you keep your hands at your back when you're speaking to elders. The second thing you do is that when you're speaking to elders, you keep your head down. You don't look at them because it shows disrespect. That's our culture. But the corporate world is the opposite. When you put your hand at the back, you show a sign of cowardice. When you don't give eye contact, then you show a sign of fear, nervousness, or I can't face you. So you need to be able to distinguish where you are. When you go to Rome, you do what the Romans do. So you don't go against your culture, but when you are at the village, you demonstrate that. You demonstrate that to the old elders. But when you are in the corporate setting, and you go to a corporate setting, even still with certain clients, you have that. But the key thing is to know, yes, I'll come with you in a minute. I'll come to you, Gary. You would need to know where you are and act to conform. Remember, I said conformity to the place is the approach. Sometimes the people who want you to use, let me use the word, bow to them. I use language, verbal language to communicate. Like the 3 magic words. Thank you. I am sorry. Please. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. But that doesn't mean that I won't look at you. Do you see what I mean? So the bridge is the language and the approach.